Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're jumping straight into the latest from the crypto world. We've got a digest packed with news, announcements, even some social media buzz.
Right. A real mix. And our mission is to sift through all of that and give you the key takeaways. Clear, simple, and current.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating snapshot. Market moves, serious challenges, and future tech developments. Lots to unpack.
So let's start where the spotlight usually shines, on the market. And today's headline? It's all green.
Yep. The market's turned green again. Global crypto market cap is up 3.7% in the last 24 hours, now sitting at around 2.68 trillion.
And trading volume's hefty too, right? Over 180 billion in daily volume. That's a lot of movement.
Definitely. Strong activity, positive sentiment in general.
Though not everything is green. I see Toncoin and EOS dipped.
Right? Toncoin's down about 1.2%. EOS, barely down, less than 0.5%.
Any idea why those might be trailing when everything else is surging?
Could be profit-taking after recent spikes or some isolated news, or just plain market noise. Nothing structural necessarily.
Makes sense. Now, on the other side, some coins really soared. 10 of them had double-digit gains.
Yeah, the top two are impressive. Flare, FLR, shot up 27.3%. Baitensore Teao jumped 17.3%.
Those kinds of surges usually point to something big. Tech breakthroughs or big partnerships, maybe?
Exactly. Could signal emerging trends, or let's be honest, hot speculation. But high gains often bring high volatility, so tread carefully.
Caution is always key. How about the big players? Any surprises?
Not so much surprises, but strong movement. XRP and Cardano both up 9.7%. Bitcoin's cracked $80,000, currently at $81,083. That's up 6.1%.
80K! That feels like a psychological milestone.
It really is. And Ethereum? ETH is up almost 8%, sitting just under $600.
When BTC and ETH rise together, it often points to broader market confidence, right?
Exactly. It's not just isolated optimism. It shows widespread belief in the current cycle.
Okay, that's the bright side. Now let's pivot to something more sobering. Crypto fraud in the UK.
Yeah, and the numbers are alarming. Action fraud and City of London police reported nearly 26,000 cases of investment fraud in 2024.
The losses are massive. Over $649 million gone.
And here's the twist. The number of reports went down, but total losses went up by 13%.
So fewer cases, but bigger scams? That's unsettling.
Likely means scams are getting more sophisticated or targeting wealthier victims. People are losing more before they even realize.
And crypto is central in all this?
Central and rising. Crypto was the most common asset class fraudsters claimed to invest in. 66% of all reported investment scams.
2/3! That's a 16% jump from last year.
It is. And when you include scams mentioning crypto trading or stocks, that's 75% of all cases, far outweighing traditional commodities.
So, crypto is now the main playground for scammers in the UK.
That's what the data shows. And demographics are telling too. People aged 35-44 are most often targeted.
But those aged 55-64 lost the most money.
Probably because the younger group is more active online, while the older group holds more capital. Different kinds of vulnerability.
That's vital insight for awareness and prevention.
Absolutely. Understanding the evolving tactics is the first line of defense.
Let's shift gears. Something with a more hopeful tone. Immutable's big move in Web3 gaming.
Yeah, Immutable is planning to merge its two chains, Immutable X and Immutable ZK EVM, into a single chain, simply called Immutable.
And the goal?
To create the true home of Web3 gaming. One destination for everything, assets, games, users.
Sounds ambitious. Timeline?
They're targeting late 2025 for full rollout.
What's the upside of this merger?
Several. First, uniting hundreds of millions in assets under one chain, then full EVM compatibility, making it easier for devs to build and port games.
EVM meaning Ethereum Virtual Machine. That opens the door to Ethereum's vast dev ecosystem, right?
Exactly. Plus, they'll enable better tokenization, especially for in-game items using ERC 1155, which supports both NFTs and fungible items efficiently.
That should improve trading liquidity for game items.
That's the hope. Add in better DeFi tools, more bridges, and improved fiat on-ramps. It's shaping up to be a strong offering.
And for existing users? Complicated?
They're aiming for a smooth transition. ZK EVM users won't need to do anything. Immutable X users will see assets moved automatically, with an opt-out window.
Thoughtful rollout. What's the big takeaway here?
Consolidation plus scalability. They're merging adoption with better tech to position Immutable as the go-to Web3 gaming platform.
Definitely one to watch. Okay, final topic, crypto and football.
Yep. Gate.io launched a charity project in Vietnam called Football for Future in collaboration with Inter Milan.
Interesting pairing. What's the initiative?
They're building football fields at underprivileged schools. Their first project was completed in just 20 days, an 880 square meter field at Cam Primary School.
That's fast. So Gate.io is an official sponsor of Inter Milan?
Yes, since the 2024-2025 season, the partnership's part of a broader push to link Web3 and sports while giving back.
And their message?
They want to show how blockchain and global partnerships can create real, lasting social impact.
That's a powerful narrative. Crypto doing good, not just disrupting finance.
Exactly. It's about expanding what crypto can mean in real life.
All right, that brings us to the end of our deep dive. We've covered a lot today.
From bullish markets to rising fraud cases, from tech innovation in gaming to crypto's role in charity.
Hopefully, we've given everyone a clearer view of what's really going on behind the headlines.
And one last thought. These trends show conflicting forces: growth and risk, innovation and exploitation. So what innovations do you think are most vital for the long-term health of the space?
Great question. Something for all of us to chew on.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.